Hey guys, and girls, and aliens. Welcome to the newest JGrizzle video where I, JGrizzle, will talk for a couple of minutes about a thing of interest and hopefully you will listen for some arbitrary reason. But yeah, you're all here now, so let's rip into this here film. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. More like Fantastic Beasts and super long titles, am I right? I mean, imagine going to your friend and being like, did you see Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, blah blah blue? It just doesn't work, and you've just both wasted all of your day. So let's just call it the latest Harry Potter film or something, because in case you weren't aware, this is a Harry Potter film. Kind of. Well, it's confusing. It's based on an author of a book that the kids in Harry Potter read for school, which actually exists in real life. Like, you can go to Dimmicks and buy this book. So yeah, a little bit confusing, but ultimately it actually really doesn't matter. All you gotta know is that it's a prequel. And if there are two things we know about this good earth, it's that chips are delicious and prequels are always great. Always. So Fantastic Potters is basically set around 60-something years before the Philosopher's Stone in the year 1926 and follows Newt Scamander, an awkward, bumbling antisocial who has a briefcase full of magical and potentially dangerous beasts. Well, that's the pitch that the trailers give us, which I've got to say, I was never too impressed by. The trailers to me were lots of flashing lights and spectacles with Harry Potter music, and nothing of actual note that really sold me on the film. But knowing that David Yates, the director of the Fall Ladder and better Harry Potter films, was directing this, and that J.K. Rowling was writing, managed to keep alight a small bit of hope. Hope in my heart. You know, that place where we keep hope. And so ultimately, I guess I just kind of had to ask myself one question right after seeing it. Did I like it? Yeah, I did. I thought this movie was super enjoyable. It was really, really great. The pitch that was given in the trailers is not only met, but there's just so much more in this film, and it never feels overcrowded or anything. Like, there's a lot of perspective on the whole wizarding world of America and kind of in general of 1926 that I thought was super interesting. Like, as you may know, these are kind of the years of Grindelwald's rise, so wizards are basically really paranoid, which sets up this, simmering tension under everything that happens. But, with this whole Grindelwald thing happening, Newt Scamander kind of comes in and is thrown into the whole mix of wizard paranoia, and it gives the movie a real sense of variety. This movie is fun when it wants to be fun, and knows when to make a serious moment actually serious, which is something I really enjoy about the David Yates Potter films, and I feel a lot of movies just don't do anymore. He really gets the whole world and how the rules of it work. Also, he knows how to make wizard action well, and it's really cool in this film. Heaps of disapparating. All disapparation enthusiasts who come to see it will be satisfied, I tell you now. And I'm saying all this to try and explain that some of the best stuff in this movie, which you never really see in the Harry Potter movies, is the wizarding world outside of, a school like Hogwarts. And just seeing the world under these extreme circumstances, it's really cool. It's a fresh new angle. Look, I'm harping on way too much about this, so let's just move on over to characters. Eddie Redmayne is the lead role in this one, and I must say, he's really fantastic. He's a very different protagonist to what we've seen in this universe before, and he totally works. And I think the reason he works is because throughout the film, David Yates manages to take the time to show you why Newt does what he does and why he believes what he believes. It makes for a very empathetic and compelling character that just really works in this film universe, and I'd be very keen to see him again. Other characters are cool too. Dan Fogler is a lot of fun as the Muggle tag-along character, and he plays this great sort of window into this world, and he's a very interesting dynamic because we've never really seen how Muggles respond up close and personal to all this magic stuff. We've only really seen it from the perspective of wizard characters, so his character really feels fresh in the universe. You might know that Colin Farrell's also in this movie, and he does a great job as well as a great accent. He really brings a lot of presence to the scenes he's in, and without spoiling anything, I just felt like he really worked in his role. Ezra Miller is really good too, but I won't say too much about him. And of course, there are other characters in the movie, and they're all really good. I mean, some of them in particular aren't exactly fleshed out as much as you'd think they could be, and some of the arcs feel a bit one-note or a bit side-charactery. But that sort of thing can always be expected from movies, so it's not that big of a deal. Except for that President Picquery lady. I'm not sure what it was about her, but she just really distracted me throughout the movie. I mean, whatever, it's not really that important. Anyway, yeah, like I'm trying to say here, this is a really cool movie. It's a really interesting world with a compelling main character that you understand and can empathize with. And like I touched on earlier, this film really knows when to be fun or when to be serious. And look, I could see some people calling that a negative, like conflicting tones or something, but I thought it really worked. Yeah, a couple of characters didn't really get fleshed out, but this film manages to set itself in the Harry Potter universe without like doing dumb references every 2 seconds, and it actually be's a good film. Something that I feel we're sorely missing in prequels of today. So it really left me excited to see where this whole thing is going to go in the future. And yes, there will be a future. They announced that there's going to be 5 of these things, which, look, it's a little bit exhausting, but you know, if they're as good as this, then I'm on board. I'm really ready. I really like this movie, and I really recommend that you guys check it out too. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. I'm just testing out this new title thing here. Let's see how it works. You might be able to see some stuff here. You might not. If you do, why don't give it a click? And if this video affected you in any way, if it made you cry or made you punch out your monitor or something, make sure to leave me a comment below. And, you know, maybe leave your thoughts on the movie below too. But no spoilers, because no one likes spoilers. Have a good one. JGrizzle, out.